This was actually a really good episode, and I can't wait to get into it because there's a lot of things that we have to get into. So what did you think
you
of it?
didn't like it.
Okay, wait. Okay. So at first when the episode ended, I was like, boo, because it gave me that WandaVision type of cliffhanger where it was like, dun, dun,
They just cut it.
where they just cut it. Because with episode 2, I was like, okay, I can theorize and I can be satisfied until episode 3. But now with episode 3, I'm like, okay, I need more. So what did you think of the episode? But then I watched it 2 more times and I liked it. So,
You had to watch it 2 more times to get it?
Yeah.
It was a short episode. It was shorter than the other 2 because, the other 2 episodes gave us something to chew on a little bit, a little more information. There was world building and giving us some stuff. This one, yes, it did end abruptly. I mean, where it ended, to be honest, it was like, whoa, wait a minute, it's over? So I can understand the whole feel of, whoa, this just cut and nothing really happened. And it was an episode where it was kind of slower, yes. It wasn't a lot of stuff happening, but what it really was when you watch it again, you think about it, they were setting up the characteristics of who these 2 people were, how they have similarities, how they're different. We learned about the TVA, that everybody in the TVA is
real people.
That's right.
Which I should have known because I was like, why is everyone in the TVA look human?
Right.
Can they shapeshift it to a way for each person that sees them to see themselves in a way?
Yeah.
I was like, why do they all look like they're from Earth? Now it makes a lot of sense because we learned that Mobius, he loves jet skis just randomly. I'm like, so you were created billions and millions, killions of years ago, and you like jet skis from the 90s?
Yeah. So
that's really interesting.
Yeah, so this shows that he's a variant. He got pulled out of the timeline in the 90s into this. And so it must be that they pull people out, and depending what kind of skill set you have, they will, they'll keep you or they'll let you go or whatever it is. So, or they'll burn you up.
Burn. Not even a question. Not even a stun.
That's one thing that kind of killed me too in the episode when it first started, and they got back to the TVA, which was a good scene, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You saw how Sophie got some skills.
Right.
She's just beating everybody up. But what kind of got me with that was, it's like they break out their sticks. I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stun you.
You're not.
I'm not trying to shut you down in no way. I'm trying to kill you. Yeah. Straight up. Burn. So it's crazy. It started out great there. I loved it. It was a good action sequence. And then she got to the elevator and, she wants to go up this elevator because she thinks the time variant, whoever they are, the timekeepers
are there.
Are up in the elevator, which why would they be up an elevator, right?
Right.
Like why would it be so simple to get access to them?
Well, maybe she could have talked to somebody, but she didn't know that her powers didn't work in the TVA. So she probably was like, okay, I'm gonna be able to
know that.
I'm gonna be able to mind trick you. No, she didn't know. Loki didn't know. Nobody knows that your powers don't work there. You know?
I think after all these years of studying stuff, you'd learn stuff. Like when you're inside people's minds and asking questions, I guess.
Maybe, but yeah. Maybe. That was a good scene. I did want to talk about the very beginning before we got there. Is this the intro song? I was really confused by it at first. I was like, why is it not the dun, 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 like my Marvel song?
Right.
But it was Demons by Hayley Kiyoko, which you might know her from Lemonade Mouth on Disney Channel. And so the song was actually a perfect song because the lyrics in it is, please forgive me, I got demons in my head, right? And then another line in there is, it's creeping in, it's gonna get me by the end of the night. No, that's not the one I wanted to read. Trying to eat me, trying to feed me lies until I'm dead. So it makes sense that they chose that song because that's exactly what Sylvia was doing to that timekeeper.
Oh, okay.
Person,
that's pretty cool.
Person. Because I really like the song, so I put it on, and I was like, oh wait, these lyrics mean something.
Okay.
Marvel, Dad.
Details.
They always know what they're talking about.
They take you down the rabbit hole.
Yes. So yeah, I did want to mention that.
Okay, no, it's cool. I didn't know it. I didn't even notice the song. I just saw the fight scene.
Right. I know. Yeah.
No, it was good because what was cool about it was, now there's a couple things that happened with her that kind of threw me off. She's drinking these margaritas, the girl from the TVA, and Sophie's trying to get her to say something.
Sylvie.
This is Sophie, right?
Sylvie,
sorry. Sylvie's trying to get her to reveal some stuff by playing a memory from her head.
Right.
Okay, so she's drinking margaritas and she's at some restaurant. Says obviously this is in the 21st century. This is like somewhere, 80s, 90s,
I know that,
something.
but not even 80s, 90s, because the outfits that they were wearing were very modern.
Okay.
But
But then there was a statement when she said, I had to go back hundreds of years to pull the information out.
right. That's what I was really confused by that too, which is it's like we'll get more answers because you don't know if the TVA, when they wiped her or something, they sent her back years or something, and then she had to.
That's true. I mean, there's no mistakes here. They don't make mistakes.
Yeah.
So, plus time, time moves different there. So you could be
Right,
going
right.
into different parts of time forever.
And the thing is, that actually brings up a theory that I've seen on TikTok where they think that the TVA is a part of the quantum realm because there was this one little scene where you could see a city in the quantum realm in one of the movies, but it would make sense because with what's his name, Scott Lang, he would be like, I was only in there for 5 hours when it was 5 years for y'all, in Endgame. So that could be where it's like an hour is like 10 years or a year.
Yeah. Time is different.
her.
So it's like space, right? So time is different in different things and it moves different ways and different depending where you are. So yeah, I could see that being, somewhere tied to the quantum realm in some way, shape, or form. All this is gonna tie into the next Ant-Man movie, which is called Quantumania.
Which has what's his name as the villain?
Yeah, Kong the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks Kong the Conqueror is in this one as well.
Is it Kong?
Kong the Conqueror.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks he's in this one. He's one of the time variant people. It kind of looks sort of like him. So it makes sense if it would be. We'll see where this goes. This whole show of Loki
Is theories. Yeah.
This whole show is made to set up a bunch of other movies, right? It's teaching you how time works, how the quantum physics works. It's teaching you how things move between things. And when you see all these timelines, which was cool. So it was if we kind of think back what she did, let me kind of back up here a little bit. In episode 2, she drops all the bombs inside of the TVA, and then you see everything starts branching off. So my first thought was, well, she did that because she just wants to destroy all the timelines. Mm-hmm. Nope, it was a distraction. Because if you think about it, when she did that, you see all of the agents in the TVA start running into these portals. They're going to go reset all these timelines.
Right.
She needed to empty out the TVA.
Right, yeah.
So when she got there won't be as many people there.
Right.
She's trying to get to the timekeepers.
Right. I think that's why she's trying to talk to the black woman that is the leader of it. I don't know her name. And I think that she has a key to the TVA. So she probably thought, okay, I can use my powers. But then she was like, oh, wait, no, I can't.
Work here.
Yeah. And so we're still at the beginning because it's like where she was trying to, figure out who is the TVA. I want to speak to you. I don't know why she wants to speak to them, what she wants to do. Well, you want to just destroy time and have chaos, which actually, no, it makes sense because since now we know that her name is Sylvie, because I talked to you about this in last episode where Loki, I have so many theories. So Loki is the one who gave her powers, which could have been like a different, an alternate Loki gave her powers. And so, and he gave her powers for a form of chaos. So she's probably like, okay, I'm going to do what I was meant to do. So she's probably trying to mess up the time.
She made a statement in this one as well when she said that these are a bunch of hypocrites and I want to take them down. So she has some things behind it. Something happened maybe in the past. I don't know. In her timeline or whatever it is. So she's trying to bring down the TVA for whatever reason. I'm sure in episode 4 and 5 we'll get more information about that. So this information was really just building up her kind of story, that how it could, how it relates to Loki's story. And then we learn a few more things, and
I think so when Loki and Sylvie interact, they go through a portal to Lamentus 1, to this planet. It's another apocalypse because that's all she has programmed on the little time thing. And she's like, why would you take us here? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. But I really like their dynamic. And people are trying to ship them. And I'm like, absolutely not. They're siblings.
They're trying to do what?
They're trying to ship them. Like, ooh, Sylvie and Loki should be in a relationship.
Oh, no.
Absolutely not. Dad.
Please don't do it.
It doesn't make any, it just, you can tell in a show when somebody has chemistry. They have good chemistry as in, friends, siblings. Bantering, but no. Okay? And the thing is, the bar, when we get to the bar scene and Loki is singing it doesn't seem like a love scene. It seems like she's heard that song from her dad, Loki, from a different alternate, and she won't say it. And that's why, you know how people are like, if Javon, for Javon, my brother, right? So if someone was like, oh, hey, Mr. Woodley, and he'd be like, oh, that's my dad. You know, I'm not Mr. Woodley, that's my dad.
Mr. Woodley is my father.
My father. That's how it is, right? So every time Loki would be like, oh, you're Loki, she's like, no, my name's Sylvie. So she's probably trying to be like, trying not to tell him, but tell him. You know, I don't know. I feel like that's her dad.
I think she's born as a Loki, a different version of it. She doesn't want to be that because she said, don't call me that. And she changed her name to Sylvia, whatever her name is. So yeah, I think that's what she did because I think they're combining two characters.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. People are like, they're combining the two, Lady Loki and Sylvie put together.
They're just rewriting it. And that's what they do.
Which makes sense because we don't need two.
Yeah, we don't need two stories. So yeah, they're just combining them, making it one thing, and they're doing it low key.
Look, Dad, I can't talk to you. if he was her dad, like in a different, not him, but like in a different Loki, like we see a white bearded Loki or something.
Yeah. So, let me ask you a question. So we get to this point on the train, and a couple things here that kind of was weird. So Loki has powers. He's strong. He's fast. You saw it in the train. They try to grab him, and he was able to break out his knife and do all kind of crazy stuff. Knock fools down. And then two guys just grab him and throw him out the window.
He's drunk, Dad. He can't even process. He did a little power here, and then he's like, forget it.
Okay, so let's say we get the Incredible Hulk. I'll say Hulk. Let's say we get the Incredible Hulk drunk. Mm-hmm. Does that mean his muscles stop working?
That's a different person. That's not even.
Let's pull it back. Thor is always drunk.
That's T.
You think you can just walk up and throw Thor out a window?
Loki's just weak. Let's just say that. But before we leave the train,
he goes up against Hela in Ragnarok.
That's a good movie. But no, Dad.
He goes up against Hela in Ragnarok.
Barely.
I mean, barely, but better than these two clowns.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. He gets thrown off the train.
We needed to get thrown off for the plot.
Yes. I know. They could have done it a better way, though. And then
right. To move on.
Sylvia jumps after.
No, we have to still talk about the train scene because a very big thing happened. And it's been confirmed that Loki is bi, he is queer. And I think this is the first bi character in the MCU, which is really interesting because the scene was Sylvie said, you're a prince, so was there any other prince? Was there princesses or perhaps another prince? And he said a little bit of both. Mm-hmm. Everybody on TikTok, everyone's excited.
I bet they blew a top.
And it makes sense now because it's June, so that it's Pride Month. So it makes sense that this show came out during this time.
But you could always tell that though. He didn't have to say that. You could always tell that's what he was.
But it's just, it's so, I was talking on my Snapchat. It was just like, it's so easy for representation. Yeah. It's so easy. All he just said was a little bit of both. Yeah. Done. Call it a day. LGBTQ has been represented. It's so easy. Yeah. And so that leads me to the lighting in this show because the bi-colors is pink, blue, and purple. So that was the colors that were very prevalent in this episode where there was a lot of purples, but then when we find out that Loki is bi, those three colors are really shown. And that is a thing in film where they will use those three colors to tell an audience inconspicuously that that character is part of the LGBTQ community, which is, I liked how they did that. And the lighting was just altogether was really nice.
The whole episode was beautiful scenery. Yeah, it was good scenery all the way around. They did good. They're doing really movie quality stuff with these Disney Plus shows. I mean, you could tell by the color palette. It's not cheap like some TV show.
Yeah. I think that the lighting and the shooting of this altogether is better than all
the graphics, everything.
Yeah, the graphics too, because like even with WandaVision with the finale, it was like, okay, it was like, oh, it was good, but then I was like, oh, I saw something. But with this one, it's like, it's good. It's just good. Yeah. So now we leave the train.
Right. And they're walking and talking.
Yes, because he broke the time portal thingy. And she gets all mad, right? You see her like scream and like have an energy force. And she sits down, and Loki sits down next to her, and people compare that scene to, I think it's Thor 1 or 2, I don't know. It's one of the Thors, where Thor flips the table when he got mad, and he flips the entire table, and then he sits down, and Loki sits next to him and compassionate and stuff like that. So people have been comparing those two scenes.
Jesus, people going deep.
Dad, it's not a game. Okay? It's not a game. We will compare scenes. We will be like, oh, I saw that for one thing. Like, it's serious. So yeah, they compared the scenes, and I was like, oh, like, even though Loki is a bad guy, whatever, villain, but he still can be compassionate from time to time.
Yeah, I guess.
So I like that scene. I like how they.
It was too much for me.
Dad.
I like the scene after that scene.
So Loki is like trying to see. He's like, let's not freak out just yet. He's like, let's think of something. So he's like, let's try to get this ship off the moon. And she's like, fine. So they go.
Yeah.
And
they run into this old lady in a barn.
Well, that's before the train.
No, that was. Oh, that's right. I did before the train. I'm out of. Or you watched it 3 times, so I watched it once. I'm out of sorts. Now I like that scene as well. Something happened to your mic. We're getting from the comments.
Oh, comments. You got something wrong with the mic. Something wrong with the mic.
Check your volume of it.
Hello, I can still hear myself. Let me know, guys. Keep commenting. Keep commenting.
Yeah.
Tell me if it's there. It says it's there.
Can you hear us? Put it in the chat if you can hear Leia. Yes or no.
We're still here, guys. Let me check. We're still here, guys. We're still here. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so okay, we get to the part now. Okay, here's another part that's threw me off for a while. They get thrown off the train, right?
Mm-hmm.
Train keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see the train. Train is gone.
Yeah.
They're walking. But yet they make it in time.
Yes, Dad.
By walking and see the shuttle.
Yes, Dad. It was 3 seconds. Okay, it was 3 seconds away. Dad, it was 3 seconds away. Dad, okay, you know what? That reminds me.
Go with it?
No. Wait, that was too late. You've already got me into it now. That reminds me of something. When somebody would ask, it was when Stan Lee was still here, rest in peace, people would ask him, like, why does everyone speak English? Because I speak English. That's what he would say. He'd be like, because I speak English. Because I speak English. That's why everything's in America. That's why everything's which makes sense, because I was thinking about this Lamentus. I was like, everyone looks like human. Everyone looks like speaks English. Interesting.
That's what it looked like.
The writers speak English. That is why it's in English.
Here it is. Here's my explanation for every time I go to a planet and somebody speaks English. They're speaking their language, but we're hearing it in English. The other people just can understand what they say in their language. Like it's like when you watch it's like when you watch a movie, right? Mm-hmm. They're in Germany. It's a World War II movie. They're speaking German, but we're hearing it in English. But in the movie, in the movie, they're speaking German.
Like with Tarzan. Because with Tarzan, it's not like the monkeys and Tarzan himself are speaking English, because they do. Yeah, that actually makes sense, because they do switch back and forth.
Right. They're speaking their language.
Yeah.
We're just hearing the translation.
We're just hearing the translation, because Loki does know how to speak a lot of languages. I'm using that. Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I give you the one for free.
That does make sense.
That one costs you nothing. So a couple things happen there when they get to the port, right? So they're like, oh man, we got to get to the ship. Now, two things. One was good, one was bad. Okay, something we learned. This building was coming down on Loki during this fight scene. He was able to stop time and reverse it. Or did he use his telekinetic powers? Did he reverse time, or did he use his telekinetic powers?
Can I get into my theories now?
Because Loki's not that strong.
I have theories.
So did he reverse time, or did he use powers?
I have 1,000. Go. Okay. Infinity Stones.
He stole one?
He stole the Infinity Stones, Dad.
They were paperweights.
Stole it.
They were paperweights.
He stole, yeah.
He just grabbed one?
How would they know? Oh, the paperweights. The paperweights. Oh, that's a bet. Snatch.
I would grab like a handful.
I would have grabbed
put in my pocket.
Because they're paper. You say they're paperweights. So let me just take one.
I would grab a handful, put it in my pocket, and when I got out of here, I was going to be crazy.
I'm
it's going to be
gone.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people think that he has the time stone, which I'm like, okay, But with Thanos, you could see the hand, like when he did it. You know, I don't know if that was because of the gauntlet, but you know, so it's just kind of like he just knows what he's doing. I mean, Loki just knows what he's doing now, or yeah, did he lift the building and just set it down, or did he really reverse time?
Well, it went the other direction, so it didn't like it went straight back up. It actually fell the direction, or did it go straight back up?
It looked like it went straight back up.
I thought it went the other direction. I thought he threw it away.
It just kind of like I don't know.
See, this is kind of like a lot of stuff happens, and we go into these theories. Remember when we were watching WandaVision and they kept talking about the physicist guy who's supposed to show up, the engineer. We talked about the engineer for 6 episodes. And then at the end of WandaVision, guess what?
It was a scroll. It was nobody, Dad.
It was nobody.
I need to calm down.
It was nobody. It was.
How are you going to say astrophysicist? You could have said scientist. You could have said anybody. Why would you say astrophysicist?
Everybody.
No, that's right. No. Marvel knows people will look up that.
Reed Richards is coming.
He's an astrophysicist.
Oh my God. This is Reed Richards. This is Fantastic Four.
So mad.
So what I'm saying is, don't get caught up with these little gotchas they add in there to make you think something is happening. It's probably just some telekinetic power.
Well, why? But the thing is, it's rude either way, because why is it until 10 years later that he's using these powers? Why did you hold back?
Well,
Loki
no,
he
had telekinetic powers before. You saw it earlier in the episode. When he reached out and grabbed the thing in the store. So that's telekinetic powers.
But I'm just saying, in the movies, we barely see that. He looks so weak in the movies.
No, he could fight.
He does the knives. He does punching and punching.
Remember in Thor 1, when they go into the frost giant places, they're fighting. Loki's fighting.
I don't remember those because those movies were trash. No, look, Thor 1 was fine. Part 2, trash. But no, I don't remember him using blasts and telekinetic and fireworks. No, he doesn't use
these fireworks.
Distraction. But no, that
he knows magic.
I'm disappointed.
His mama taught him.
Why would they do that? Why would they just hold back like that?
Well, we'll see what happens in a couple.
We'll see what happens. But you know, before we get to the end, I still want to go on with my Infinity Stone theory. Not my theory. I keep saying it's my theories. It's all TikTok. So this girl was saying that each episode has a color palette. So the first episode was orange.
Was it?
Which, yeah, it was a lot of oranges, which was the Soul Stone, which could be the Soul Stone. So like him learning about his past, the soul, learning about his soul.
Jesus.
Let's just get into it. Hold on.
I'll listen to it.
Episode 2 was a lot of reds, reality, learning that, okay, here is a bunch of timelines. Here's Sylvie. We're learning about the reality of life.
Jesus. Let me tell you.
Wait, the third episode's purple. Power Stone. Powers. We see a lot more.
I thought it was purple LGBTQ.
Okay, well, yes, it is. Wait.
I mean, you can't have it both ways.
Yes,
it can't be LGBTQ and the powers and the purple, whatever stone it is.
Yes, it's both ways. So we have the Power Stone, and then we're seeing more of Sylvie and Loki's powers. Okay, go on. So I hope the next one is green for Time Stone. And if it is, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, check it out. I think first of all, whoever did this in TikTok went way too deep. Like they went into their own imagination and saw those colors in each episode. I saw no such colors.
No, the ending of episode 2, there was a lot of reds.
Whatever.
I really like lighting.
I am telling you right now, that is way too deep. The Infinity Stones were done. They're not going to bring that back again because you can't. You've just diminished the whole power of the Infinity Stone by calling them paperweights. So they're no threat. You're not going to be able to bring those back.
That's too.
Okay, so that's done. So that right there tells me that this person just went
deep.
too deep. Okay?
Maybe it's just an homage. Maybe it's just it's an inner homage. It's an inner homage. It's an unsaid. Dad, it's an unsaid homage to the Infinity
ended
Stones.
the Infinity Saga. It's over. We don't need any more Infinity Stone stuff. I don't want to hear Infinity Stones. I'm done with it.
That's the thing. That's the thing with these older characters. When you keep saying that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back, leave it. Or Chris Evans coming back. We love them so much. We do. But it's a new story. It's time for Wanda to get
they're
her
not
story.
gonna come
and
back right now.
Continue.
Maybe 4 or 5 years, they'll be back.
No. 4 or 5 years, you'll be 45. I guess that's not bad. Look at you. 40. You're like, sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry. It's time for new stories. I want to see, I don't know,
You want to see Secret Wars, and you want to
New.
see the Young Adventures.
I want to see Young
Kids.
Avengers. I want to see Thunderbolts. I want to see new.
You're going to get all of that.
But we don't
And
need.
Robert Downey Jr. All of that. And Chris Evans. All of that. And the Hulk.
Well, I want the Hulk. Thor, just whatever. You can't do anything else, Chris Hemsworth. So sure, we'll give you Thor. But
That's all he's good at.
that's all you're good at. And the thing is, I was watching some interviews.
That
and
is all.
he's good at.
Every movie he's been in has been
Is
trash.
And the thing is, I was watching some interviews with Chris Hemsworth, and I'm like, that's just Thor. The thing is, Chris Evans is Thor, so it's like, give it to you. There, you got it.
He's Thor.
He's funny on his like.
He's Thor forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Thor. Anything else? Like he just did a movie on. I'm about to go to rabbit hole. He just did a movie on what was it? Netflix, and the movie had a good premise, but he was just trash.
No.
The one when he was a soldier. With the
Yeah,
kid?
I guess I did fall asleep.
It's trash.
The beginning was good though. They had good one shots in there. I forgot what the movie was called.
Yeah, exactly.
I did fall asleep, and I didn't care to like put it back on. But
It was trash. It was trash.
But anyways,
He just needs to be Thor till he's old and gray.
yeah. But let's get to the one shot at the very end. That one shot was really cool.
Yeah.
When they were moving through that
it
city.
was crazy because they were fighting their way all the way through the crowd, and part of me thought they were going to make it.
Me too.
I was like, okay, how are they going to get off this planet?
Yeah.
The planet about to blow up, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, they're going to make it. They're going to make it. Then, boom.
Boom.
I was like, yo. Two things threw me off there. One, okay, so female Loki has been here, obviously, multiple times. One of the places she hides out. She don't know the time when the ship going to blow up. Like, she don't have that timed.
That's T.
She
she
should-
probably doesn't have a phone. She doesn't have a
She doesn't have a phone? She need a phone to tell time?
Yes, and the time probably is different. Time is different. Wow, Dad. Time is different in every planet, and even in America, even in the world, time is different. So you kind of get thrown off. So she's probably like, it's around this time, and she did say 12 hours, so she knew it was like, it's around this time that it'll blow up. And so yeah, it did blow up.
She's been there a few times.
Yes, it blew up, and I was like, okay, what are they gonna do? Dun! Credits.
Yeah, it was kind of a bad it was kind of a bad end scene. It was just abrupt.
It's abrupt. It was a
wasn't
WandaVision ending.
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth but they shot all these at once.
Yeah.
Right. So they're looking for a good place to cut it.
I'll never forget the WandaVision Halloween scene. I'm sorry. That's the thing I will always reference to because of how it just ended abruptly. So this is what it reminded me of. And that's why I was like, boo at the end. But the episode as a whole was very good. We did learn a lot. And yeah, so that's why people think he does have the time stone. So because is he going to turn back time?
Yeah,
and get the ship
I
off?
could see that as a theory because how are they going to get off this planet, right? You know what? I could see that as a theory.
Because the TVA isn't, because since it's an apocalypse, the TVA is going to come in and be like, oh, you've messed things up. We're
Well,
going to come get
Morbius
you.
knows
No.
though.
But Morbius doesn't know where they are.
But he knows that they hide. Don't forget, time is different.
Yeah.
So he could take an hour and
Yeah.
figure it out. He could look at a bunch of different places because he knows that she hides out in apocalypses.
Mm-hmm.
So all he has to do is, find different apocalypses. I mean, I don't know, I guess.
I don't know.
It might take forever to figure that out. I don't know. But that could be one way.
But yeah, maybe he does have the time stone.
Yeah, maybe they could way to track it. I don't know. But if he does have the time stone and reverse time, that's kind of a weak.
It is weak.
That's kind of a cop out.
Yeah, cop out. That's the word.
Just. I don't want to see that.
Do something, like give us something. Like that's why I wish that they got off the planet.
I wish Morbius would find them and just
Or
come get
find them, yeah.
Whatever. But don't use the time stone.
But that's like I can't think of anything else.
No, please don't use that. That's a cop out. I don't want to see that.
Or maybe they
We're
find a
done
different
with
ship.
those stones. We're watching those stones for 20 years.
Yeah.
10 years, sorry. 20
10
films.
20 films, 10 years, yeah.
So I'm ready. I'm ready for do something else. All right.
So what is your rating for this episode?
I give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I think I still like episode 2 better. That episode just
Episode 2 was 8.5.
yeah. So I give it a 7.5. No, I give it an 8, Dad.
This
was
one?
a good episode. It made me very happy.
It was too short and it cut off in a bad spot. So 7.5.
Yeah.
If it had a better stopping point, I might have given it a higher rating. But the way it ended was like, oh, wait, what? That was it? Yeah, you didn't leave me with anything. So,
Right. I liked it. I liked it. So now let's get into. That's the wrong song.
It's the wrong song.
What is it called?